So as we review electrostatics, it'll be important for us to start here as we consider the electroscope, and it's a very helpful way to practice static electricity and really understanding the fundamentals of electricity. And so for this one here, let's start by saying, let's say we have friction on a balloon and we have an excess of electrons on that balloon, and we bring it close to the pole of an electroscope, and we want to see, the flow of charge, or really just, what happens here. So yeah, go ahead and pause the clip, draw this out, and see if you can remember what happens, and then when you're ready to check, you can hit play to continue. All right, so the electrons run away, and that leaves the top positively charged and the bottom negatively charged. Now, it's very critical here to remember the fact that the top is positively charged doesn't mean it has more atoms or anything. It means that it has a lack of electrons, and those electrons, have gone down to the other atoms down here, and so these atoms have an excess of electrons, and top atoms have, less electrons. All right, so let's try this one as well. Let's say we bring a glass rod that we've charged up through friction, and we bring that close to an electroscope. Go ahead and draw what happens then once you bring it close, and definitely remember to keep in mind, one of the most important things, the only thing that can move is electrons, right? So yeah, go ahead and pause the clip, give this a try, and when you're ready to check, you can hit play to continue. Okay, so electrons rush to the top and attracted to the positively charged, rod, and that leaves the bottom positively charged, the top negatively charged, and that means that the top has an excess of electrons, whereas the bottom has a lack of electrons, leaving that positively charged. Okay, so let's move one step further. Let's say that you bring a balloon and you bring it close to the pole of a electroscope, and you want to let's actually touch the top of the electroscope. So you can continue that series of pictures if you'd like, and draw what happens once you touches, and then do that. So go ahead and pause the clip, give that a try, and when you're ready to check, you can hit play to continue. Okay, so as you bring it close, the electrons run away, and then when you touch it, electrons come onto the pole, because those atoms on the pole here want those excess electrons, and so they'll take them on. And then when you bring the balloon away, the whole thing is now negatively charged. Now, that doesn't mean there's excess atoms on there. That means that there's a bunch of electrons all over it, and they're equally spread out now through the whole thing, and the whole thing is negatively charged, and the vanes will be split apart. All right, so once you try this with a positively charged rod that you bring close, and you can give this a try. So go ahead and pause the clip and give this a try. When you're ready to check, you can hit play to continue. All right, so when you touch that, the electrons come off, and then it leaves the whole thing positively charged. And that again means that the the electroscope doesn't have excess protons or anything. It just means that the electrons have left, and it's now the whole thing has a lack of electrons, and therefore the vanes will separate.